Right out of the gate, the judge lays out the potential punishment. Jail time, thousands in fines. This isn't just a traffic ticket, folks. Would you risk your freedom for just 2 drinks?
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Now here's the tricky part. Admitting to drinking is not the same as being legally intoxicated. The field sobriety tests carry weight, but they're also controversial. Have you ever tried walking a straight line completely sober? It's harder than you think.
Yes, Judge. Okay. The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant's vehicle traveling 94 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. The officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant admitted to the officer that she had 2 drinks. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turns 5 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and breath was refused. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Felt like that went really fast. So the stop was for speeding.
For speeding, yes. And then after that, they had an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and she made an admission that she drank 2 beverages.
Just an odor and admission of 2 beers. Any other indication of intoxication? I mean,
the judge is basically poking holes in the case, saying an odor and 2 beers alone may not prove intoxication. What do you think? Should this case have gone forward, or is the evidence too thin?
Slurred speech, bloodshot eyes.
I know that while the SFSTs were, this is for the M's, while the SFSTs were being conducted, she was not understanding, like the officer had to explain, I think at least 4 times the instructions for the walk and turn, the 1 leg stand. He also noticed that I think she took off her boots for the 1 leg stand. She was stumbling when she was taking them off. So there were other signs that the officer.
That's what I want. I mean, just an odor, not even a strong odor at that, you know? And then you just have an admission of 2 beers. You don't know what time. Was it over a 12-hour span? You know, there's no accident here. There's no... is she a Spanish speaker?
I believe so, Your Honor.
I don't see any indication of that.
And if I may, I've been doing DWIs for 10 years and I don't understand the instructions most of the time.
As far as I can tell, the officer also just demonstrated it to her. I mean, which is per, you know,
but
procedure.
Right, I get the SFSTs, but I mean, to even get to the SFSTs, right? You have to show something that there's some indicia of intoxication. Here, all we have is an odor and admission of 2 beers. That's not enough.
This is the reality check moment. The judge isn't just scolding. He's reminding everyone that DWI isn't victimless. One bad decision can end lives. And the heartbreaking part? It's avoidable.
An odor of alcohol in and of itself is insufficient.
Yeah.
It seems that this stop occurred at 2 in the morning, and she made a statement that she stopped drinking at 12 a.m. So we have a 2-hour period between when she's finished drinking and then
alcohol dissipates every 1 hour. An alcoholic drink dissipates from your system.
She still had the odor in addition to that statement.
All right, I'm going to find no probable cause.
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, be careful. You know, really, every single day someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's so easy to take a $20 Uber, literally push one button, you have a car waiting for you wherever you want to go in this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, please take a seat. Good morning, Miss Treadwell. How's jail? You know, your lawyers come up to me and ask for me to reduce your bond. I've got your bond at a very high rate, you know, $50,000 for a reason. I want you to understand that we mean business. It's not a joke. When you're out there and you're driving in a state that can, very well, you may do something that can cause catastrophic damage and you'll never dig yourself out of a hole. I will reduce your bond. They asked me for 5, I'll do 7,500 each. But I'm telling you, if you do get out, no more issues. I want you on the curfews, and I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and I definitely don't want you driving. Do you understand? You're going to have to find another way to make it work, but not in a car. I just can't trust you. You have a lot of people that depend on you, 2 children that depend on you, right? When you're not there, they're going to look to love and support from somewhere. And if you're not there, they may look to it at places you don't like or you don't approve of. These are things that you need to consider. When you become a mother, your life's not yours anymore. It's your children's lives. That's who matters. So when you're out there considering doing what you're going to do, the only thing that needs to come in your mind, if I do this, how is it going to impact my kids? That's what you need to be thinking about. Do you understand, man?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll make it 7,500 each. Okay. And then if you're able to bond out, you must come here immediately so we can do all the bond conditions, do all the paperwork, because I'm putting an ankle monitor on you so I know where you are. And I'm on your other ankle, I'm going to put a scram so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. And I'm going to tell you now, you bond violate, you consume alcohol again, you pick up a new case, I'm going to go nuts on the bond. Do you understand? Okay, Miss Treadwell, good luck. Okay, guys. Thanks. Thank you. You are Noah Montgomery.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Montgomery, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 27, 2024, the officer dispatched to a residence in reference to a criminal mischief in Harris County, Texas. After the initial investigation, the officer had found the defendant had left the residence, walked several streets over, and vandalized the complainant's motor vehicle. The defendant damaged the driver's side mirror by using hands to pull on and break the mirror in several places. The defendant used a knife to strike the windshield in a stabbing motion, causing damage. The damage was approximately $1,000. The complainant's daughter showed the officer a text where the defendant admitted he damaged the motor vehicle and planned on damaging the motor vehicle again in the future. The defendant was found at his residence and a bent kitchen knife was located next to him on the ground.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So what was the relationship, Alex?
Relationship, they are neighbors, Your Honor.
Just neighbors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have any kind of allegation of alcohol or any kind of dope usage?
No, Your Honor.
Never? Okay.
No allegation.
Mr. Montgomery, like I said, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond.
Whoa, this defendant is only 17. Instead of just punishment, the judge is laying down a life-altering ultimatum. Stay in school, graduate, or face jail. It's tough love in action.
Not to go within 200 feet of where this person lives or where this person works, not to be in possession of weapons, and not to have any contact with them. Do you understand? If I find that you violate this condition, I will put you in jail in a moment's notice. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand? How old are you, sir?
From her.
It's further into. Judge, I'm inquiring about the location of his residence just to make sure it's not within the 200 feet. Is it more than that?
Less.
It's less than 200
Yeah,
feet?
she live a street over.
If it's a street over, you're probably going to be okay, I would think.
How old are you?
17, Judge.
What do you do in life?
In school?
Where do you go to school?
Yeah, like,
High school? I'm going to send you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If you have any kind of dope in your system, it stops today. Do you understand?
yes.
If I find that you're smoking any kind of marijuana, using any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? It is now also a bond condition that you stay in school and that you also graduate. If I find that you're ducking out of school and you're not going, you'll be doing homeschooling with me in custody. You're going to graduate, you're going to get your high school diploma one way or the other. And if it's that you got to stay with me to get it done, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? Okay. So counsel,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to send him for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in his system, and then we'll have him come back. And then, do you have anywhere else to go?
Not clear this morning, Judge.
So let's do this. Leave me your cell phone.
Yes,
I will text you. You can always zoom in. That we can just go. And then I just want to know what's in his system. Zoom, I'll text you. Zoom back on and we can finish it up.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Thank you, Judge.
Stephen, do you need a pen? Okay, thanks. Take a seat for me in the jury box, sir. So I am, and so don't worry about filing conditions. I'm gonna have it monitored so that he's not using. Good morning, Mr. Daly.
How are you?
Do you have a lawyer today?
No,
Tell me what you're doing about that. What are you doing about that?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Have you spoken to anyone?
And for one,
How do you know you haven't even spoken to anyone? Huh?
I don't know.
You just keep saying, I don't know. Do you have a job?
No.
How do you get money?
I was about to get hired on with a job last Monday. Got they turned down to the driver license, so I'm going to go face another judge later on to see about getting community service so I can get that taken care of to get a job.
There are plenty of jobs that you can have that you don't need a license, though.
I know, applying. Nothing's happening.
How are you getting money to eat? How do you eat?
But no,
So is it your girlfriend or is it your wife? No, it's not the same thing. It's not this. They're two totally different things. How long has your wife/girlfriend been supporting you? When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
DoorDash.
How you don't have a license?
I said before I did, it just happened. This just happened for my license.
Can you pull up his driving record, Alex, please?
Yes, Judge.
This just happened with my license.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
What time job? July.
Doing what?
Truck driver.
Did you have a CDL?
Yes.
How did you lose your CDL?
So it seems the last, we have a denied renewal from October 23rd, and then that was the most recent one, and then that's all we have as far as anything on his license.
Do you see a suspension?
I do see a suspension back in March of 2011, but nothing more recent.
So it's still showing ineligible, though, right?
It's ineligible as of now, Your Honor.
Does it give you a reason as to why it's ineligible?
All we have is just a denied renewal, and then it says failure to appear. That's the last action.
Are you able to see if there are any outstanding tickets that are open at this point?
I am unable to see that, Your Honor.
Notice how the judge shifts here. This isn't just about legal penalties anymore. It's about personal responsibility. He's practically saying, stop leeching off society and take control of your life. Do you agree with his tough stance, or is he being too harsh?
You're a truck driver in July. We are now in November. So have you been jobless since November?
November. Yes. Since November, you said?
You said you had a full-time job in July.
Right.
Okay. You stopped working in July.
Right.
Okay. Have you had a full-time job since July?
No.
So you have been bumming off your wife?
I was door dashing.
You lost your license. You're unable to DoorDash at all.
Just lost my license.
When did it get suspended?
Your Honor, it says, besides that 2011, it says it was suspension in October 23rd of 2024 was the date.
This is what I want you to do. Where's my stickies? There we go. Stephen, would you mind giving this to me? This is the number to the DPS driver's license division. This is the number that you need to call to figure out what you need to do to get your license back.
I got it. I already know what's up.
Okay.
I
Are they
want
open tickets now?
Yes.
Okay, what are you planning? You need to hire a lawyer to fix them. Don't just go over there and just,
Okay.
when you just, like, I can't give you legal advice, but just the more tickets you incur on your record, the more suspensions you're going to get. And if you're a truck driver by trade, all you're doing is hosing yourself. I'm not going to let you sit here and just be jobless, bumming, and being a leech on society, especially if we are supposed to give you a lawyer. Because if I'm giving you a lawyer, that means I'm paying for it. Steven's paying for it. Victoria's paying for your lawyer. It's not going to happen. So you can either hire your own lawyer, or if you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, great. But I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I'm making it a condition of your bond that you get a full-time job. And I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a full-time job. If you've sat here and say, oh, well, I've got an application here, I got an application here, I got an application here, with nothing to show me, life will not go well.
Like I said, I had a job supposed to start Monday.
Beggars can't be choosers. It's better to work at Burger King, at Chuck E. Cheese, than sit on your tuchus with do nothing, earning nothing, and leeching off other people and society in general. Do you understand? Beggars can't be choosers. Lower your standards.
I have.
Okay, then you've not gone low enough. If you need to go to Amazon, if you need to go to Starbucks, do it. I will give you an application, but I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a job. There are plenty of jobs out there that will immediately give you a job. Do you understand? Okay, I'll see you back in 2 weeks. Stephen, do you mind giving me an application? No? Fill it out now. Why delay the inevitable? But